Hello, everyone. This is Brandon Holguin, others known as Shadow Holguin, and we continue more Hiveswap. Gonna continue more combination of multiple objects in hopes of some hilarious commentary, or you know what I mean. This bookshelf contains several Paws books, including Pistols to Pelts, How to Turn Sweet Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and Stuff, Teach Yourself Taxidermy, I guess, and Safari, stories of bold men and the animals they killed from a distance, even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. Ugh. This whole thing is way too cluttered to be a good hiding place. Plus, you've already elected to keep this thing close, remember? You're like 90% sure you remember that? Loose paper animal treats. Wow, that sounds like just a great way to get mice. Not that they would last long in this house, considering... Yeesh. You'd rather not think about it. It was bad enough with that thing in the house. And now there's monsters too? Great. Getting to sleep tonight is going to be really easy now. Always assuming you don't just get killed before that. Think positive, Joey. See puzzles, find solutions. Try to avoid, create perfect little furnished nests for rats to move into. Pogs, aside from being things you flip and being made of paper, they're pretty much the opposite of books. Although those similarities aren't easy to discard, now that you think about it, a pog is basically just a tiny nibble of an enormous book feast. Can't touch the... Maybe you can. Nope, okay. It's purely bookshelf related only. You don't need your graceful ballot skills to avoid reading. All you need is the power of your video games. They're already pretty cluttered on the shelf without your help. You may have been the one who tap danced these books into their cluttered state in the first place. Paw's major totem of power. The impressively clunky item controls the TV, the garage door, toaster, thermostat, and pretty much everything else of gizmological nature. You literally cannot pick it up without using both hands. The universal remote can control anything. You have a feeling that your heirloom, if it has a function at all, will be much more exclusive. Another point in its favor. Your dog loves trying to chew this thing up enough already. The last thing you need is to get that treat scent all over it. One of those pogs depicts an image of an anthropomorphic remote control leering amorously at an anthropomorphic television set. The television set is quite buxom, of course, so that you know it's a lady, because otherwise it would be weird, right? Jeepers, you hate pogs. There's the big screen. Got the cable hook. No, I already got that. Oh, I see one of the blue beauties. Ugh. Perspective change. Wow, now we can look at the at everything else. A beanbag chair, super comfy and thankfully not filled with... Oh, you know, I already read all that. There's the remote. Better, closer look. Piano can be used to turn the slight motion of one's fingers into music. Those ivories, how they beg to be tickled. But you mustn't. Also, you, can't. Oh, that would be just the thing, wouldn't it? Some kind of eerie, lonely sonata to really set the tone for the adventure ahead. Something in a minor key, maybe. It's a shame that would probably provoke a bunch of monsters to eat you. Also, you can't really play the piano. That's a good reference to Act 1 in Homestuck. Oh god, that's disturbing. Yeah, I don't like stuffed animals, like taxidermy animals either. They kinda they kinda make me uncomfortable. Sometimes when you hold your heirloom, you do hear music in your mind. A sweet and tinkling song, bewitching and alien, yet naggingly familiar. Like the theme song to a show that you only watched when you were really little, that nobody else remembers. It haunts you sometimes, and thus, you do not hold your heirloom all that often. The only treat this piano would respond to is a good tuning. Well, the pogs fit pretty snugly between the keys, that much is clear, but doing this benefits neither the pogs nor the piano. Hard to dance and play at the same time, you know, from extremely depressing experience, especially when you can't even play. If someone could just get on this piano and drop some Leo de Bliss, it would really power your ballad moves. You suppose you could even settle for a stilted rendition of Hot Crust Buns. One of your pa's recent victims. You love animals. He loves killing animals and turning them into ghoulish trophies, celebrating his victory over nature. Yeah, big man, as long as he has a big stupid gun. It's a bear that your pa shot and turned into a trophy. Now all his friends who come in his room will think, oh, this guy shot a bear, okay. Except he doesn't really have any friends, and he's never here, so it's just a nice big horrifying thing for you to deal with. No, you don't think you'll be putting your precious heirloom in this poor fellow's grotesque remains. You doubt this creature has any interest in chowing down, seeing as it lacks the requisite organs and all. As an inspiring veterinarian, you are sometimes forced to temper your sentimentality with a cold dose of biological expertise. You're tempted to stick the rest of your pogs into this poor creature's mouth and be done with them, but sadly it is clearly stuffed to the brim with useless filler. This poor fella is so shoddily put together that you fear your turbulent tap routine might cause it to collapse into a loose jumble of remains. Although you're happy to perform for your own stuffed animals, the more sinister nature of Pa's stuffed animals gives your paws. Oh wait, I already did that. Alright. You make yourself as intimidating as possible. The bear is terrified. Aw, don't worry, there's no pause for alarm. You don't need to outrun the bear. You only need to outrun you. Wait, that joke doesn't really work when you're narrating to yourself. Or, wait, what are you talking about? You dropped this line of thought forever. Hey, bear. You think you might be Bear King up the wrong tree. Ah, look at that face. He really does look like he's wearing up for a treat. Or to slap someone's head clean off with a single swipe of his incredible paws. Or the one or the other, though, for sure. You can't use the paws of this animal. They're just unbearable. Okay, yeah, I already did all of the remote on the other perspective. Let's salvage or scavenge. Pop open behemoth and score! You pocket the E-cell batteries, run into the old Silodix. We got batteries. That means more interaction. I'm just gonna assume the past stuff is the same for batteries, but let's try this stuff down here. If you take the Frankenstein Pause little project back to life, you're going to need a lot more electricity and a blatant disregard for ethics. No, this isn't the depowered mode or anything. Look, whatever this bear does, he's already doing it as hard as he can. You played the note that matches the letter of these batteries, but you don't know how to play the piano. That would have been pretty cute, though. Oh boy. This piece was too depressing, so you gave it a nice refurnishing. If your pa has a problem with it, he's welcome to say so the next time he's actually around. You wonder if you'll be driving by then. To college? Where you teach because you're an adult and 20 years have passed? Depressing. Can't touch that. Oh boy. The weirdo. The ladies in these paintings are eerily beautiful, although maybe everyone would look like that in blue. The lamp, goodness, you would like to meet the lady who modeled for it someday. Okay. That's just another Jakeism. Oh, is that a walrus wearing a bowler hat? Let's see, what's over here? This lamp makes you blush brighter than the lamp itself. The asylum has a lot of secrets. This lamp doesn't. A little rude, Joey. Where would you put it? An idea springs to mind and you blush all over again. Oh my. It plainly has a power cord. You don't want to unsteady her, though it would be only fair since she's definitely unsteadied you. You wouldn't mind dancing with this lady one bit, if only she were a lady, and not truly a tacky lamp. You've always enjoyed this painting, particularly because the line looks so alive. Whoever painted it must have a very good imagination. Either that or they painted it very, very fast. The teddy bear outpatient clinic is for stuffed animals who require treatment, but not an overnight stay. It's not just for stuffed bears, of course. It was named for its founder, a chief physician, Arsala Teddy Bear. Arsala. Ah, that's 3 names. That could be a troll name. There's gonna be trolls in this. Don't worry, guys. Just another 20 parts, and we'll get the trolls. I swear. Okay, no keys. Oh, maybe there was a key. I just was stupid. Nope. Okay. Nope. Oh. Nope. Okay, maybe they're like, okay guys, maybe you should start continuing. Boy, your pa really gets inventive with his taxidermy, huh? What a ghoul. Something about this key and clockwork is so compelling to you that it almost distracts you from the Frankensteinian winged bear. The bear couldn't enjoy a treat, as its intestines are clearly a clock. When it is time for pogs, barely ever. It's powered by the pendulum. Wow, look at it go. You should probably be in a museum. Hey, he makes a pretty good metronome. Your ballad is like this bear clock, precise and fierce. No keyhole needs. You could jam it in the eyes, but that seems a little macabre. There you go. Macabre. I keep trying to pronounce the R when it's silent. Those mounts aren't open for treats. They're open for, well, you don't know. Probably not treats, though. That's culturally insensitive, Joey. They're masks. Either you wear them or you don't. Batteries don't need to enter their equation. Ooh. Mysterious. This room is really giving you the creeps. This room is really giving you the creeps. It's giving you the okay, well. So I'm reading something else, you mean besides you. You always look before you leap, and until you get the power back on this room, you're not sure what you would maybe be leaping onto or into. Like, say, a snake monster's hungry mouth, for instance. There's something you'd say. Hold on, actually, that was different. You don't look in dark. There is something like, say, that horrible thing chased you all the way to the door in your room. You don't want to agitate it with frivolous tapping. You take this opportunity to see if your beautiful heirloom glows in the dark, but alas, it doesn't. There could be something awful lurking here, like that snake thing. You're not sure you want to draw it out with a treat. You chuck a pog into the darkness. You don't hear it land, but then again, you weren't really listening for it, because you don't really care. It's way too dark to find a battery slot or anything in here, assuming such a thing even exists. In the darkness, you mean? In the darkness, you mean? Or on the object in the darkness, obviously. This is creeping you out, and you're just rambling to yourself, like you usually do, honestly. Okay. Just as you pass into the living room, pulling the door shut behind you, it shuddered as something heavy and wet slammed against it. Against it from the other side. I can't see anything in the trophy room, it's way too dark. Odd. Rest of house navigable? Over. Considered utilizing flashlight? Over. You mean the one you filled with your pogs? That flashlight? Joey, please. Over. No use dwelling on past. Over. It doesn't matter anyway. Something's blocking the door to the trophy room now. Something? Over. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Strange. For now, recommend focus on restoring power before our sun sets completely over. Oh, jeez, you're right. Okay. I'll do that. Thanks for the reminder. Need electricity to retrieve key anyway, however. What? Can't discuss over unsecure channel. Over and out. Great. Any hot tips for getting the power back on? Power outage seems to grant invaders significant advantage over... That's not really a tip. That's more like just an explanation for why I'm trying to do it. Not sure what to tell you. Circuit breaker probably in basement. Over. See, that was very helpful. Thanks. Doing my best. Over and out. Pardon me. I'm gonna try to go back in there. Try the knob. Turns easily, but it won't budge. Something's blocking it. Something heavy. You guys will come back and deal with this after you get the power back on. Maybe I should power the... These batteries are so huge they don't even begin to fit. Like fitting a round peg into a round hole that's a bit smaller than a peg. You'll need some D-cell batteries. Okay. Alright, bucko. You can't tell if the noises you hear are from the monsters or the wind. It's either some particularly whooshy monsters or some really groany wind. Nope, your front door doesn't even lock, actually. Which, troubling in its own way, honestly. The three guardians who encircle and triangle the entrance to your home do deserve some treats, but their dedication to their duty wouldn't permit them to pause in their vigilance, even for a moment, even long enough to scarf a sweet treat. That'd be littering. Plus, when you open the door, a monster might dash in and kill you. Pog learning is not the thing you want to die doing. You don't even want to die at all. You don't need batteries, you could just turn the knob. If you didn't care that it would get you killed by a big monster, but you do care. You care a lot, frankly. Leaving the protection of your home seems like a bad idea. Might be creatures and weirdos. Okay, I'm gonna try. Weirdos ahoy out there. You think you will stay inside, where your chances of meeting creatures and weirdos are still pretty good, honestly. We try something. I'm going back in there real quick. These used to be tacked neatly on the shelves, but your big dog came clambering through and slammed right into them. They tumbled everywhere. Everywhere. That was about 3 years ago. You aren't great housekeepers. Nothing these about weird heirlooms you've checked. Whoever made this mess definitely doesn't deserve a treat. Not a great place for a slam chest. The terrain is way too varied. Looks like someone came charging through here already. Probably a dog. They're already pretty cluttered. Easier to just walk around them. Wait, can I switch? The power is off and it sets your fax machine basically useless. This is an unacceptable state of affairs. Wait, what is this? Can I look at myself? Oh, it's just for me to... It's just a way for me to, like, not... I guess it's a way to change, make sure I keep walking. You visualize all the delicious items that could be in the cool embrace of the refrigerator, but are not. Try as you might, you cannot use the green key to access the innards of this fax machine. You doubt there's anything important in there anyway, probably just gears and ink. No power, no faxing to pet treats. Yep, the power failure is literally the only obstacle to do that activity. You would love to send a pog fax to some rube, but it's just not possible without any power. Which is just as well, considering now is a terrible time for some real pranks. The battery-powered fax machine had its season in the sun, and that season was called the 80s. You are an 80s kid, so you love to reference things like fax machines with nostalgia, even though you obviously still have a fax machine right here in your kitchen. Decade-based identity can be a tough road to hoe. Well, you can't very well dance to the fax machine if the power's off, can you? Be sensible. What, no ballerina based? Okay, whatever, man. It's cool. Whatever. No one wants to hear your ballerina tells. Boy, solving the mystery of your heirloom is turning into a real cold case. Oh, every pun is killing me more. Nah, they'll keep okay at room temperature. Oh, okay. Not even the fridge can make pogs cool. Oof, that one wasn't your best work. Your babysitter told you that if you put a dead battery in the fridge, then wait 3 to 7 days, then take it back out, it'll still be a dead battery, but it'll be sort of cold now. You aren't sure she was actually telling you this? If you're being honest, she was kind of staring off into space with an empty bottle in your hand. Empty. Not empty. Empty. T. Alright. Look, you're not saying you never have home-cooked meals. Your babysitter is a pretty good chef even. It's just, well, none of you like doing dishes, and the nice thing about takeout is that you just eat it right out of the boxes and then throw the boxes away. Of course, none of you really like taking out the trash either. God. There are monsters out there watching, working up an appetite. Your tap achievements don't lend themselves well to fridge front commemoration. Oh god. As a dancing partner, he's unfortunately a little frigid. Oh god. Every time. You wonder if your mom were still around, would you eat less takeout food? Is wondering that sexism? You don't know the answer to that either question. So you put your earring back in your pocket. I guess not if your mom normally cooks. It's not really about gender, it's about who cooks. Although, see, now no one's around, it doesn't really matter. Take out treats for pets is a pretty cute idea. You gotta admit, if veterinarian ballerina / tap dancer doesn't pay the bills, you've always got boutique delivery pet treats to fall back on. It's $1 million idea. Ugh. You really need cylinders to probably store pogs, like a flashlight or oh, that's what those dang Pringles cans Jude leaves around upstairs are. The possibility of those cans are all filled to the brim with pogs chills you like the cold wind of another world. The boxes are pretty greasy. You don't think putting the batteries in them would be good for whether you try to put them in later? For whatever you try to put them in later, when you actually had a good idea. The sink is full of dirty dishes. Someone should clean these up. Clean. No way. No way. You did them last time. It's Jude's turn now. You know what? After he completely ditched you for the treehouse earlier, maybe it can be Jude's turn for some quiet sometime. There's already one on the floor. Isn't that enough box mayhem for one room, Joey? Not too much dodge here, except the takeout box on the floor. You avoid it with your typical easy grace. Alright. Oh, wait, no. Maybe there's something over here. Oh. Oh, I can look at the tube highway that Jude's pet uses to get around the house. You haven't seen it tonight, fortunately. How can you be so disgusted by Jude's pet and love this key so much? Well, because they're nothing alike, not in the slightest. Is it a rodent? Maybe it's actually a snake. I don't know. Something that can go through a tube. No, these aren't for Jude's pet. It has a very specific diet. Okay, well that gives another hint. Between the pogs and the gross pet and the paramilitary conspiracy stuff, Jude has a lot of strikes against him in the salvageable male category. Ugh, that thing moves under its own power. Hey, it's Mummy Dude. This mummy is currently blocking your access to the rest of the house. He has been ever since you Paul left him here months ago. Ah, bad idea. You wonder which one is older. Weird. Even though you know your heirloom is pretty old, it doesn't show any signs of wear whatsoever. It looks like it could have been made today. Temp. Hint. That would bring Jude's pet in a hurry, which is the last thing you need right now, or ever. No thanks. You have to admit, Jude's pet is pretty graceful. Disgusting, but graceful. God, what could it be? It's only a couple of possible pets. Maybe it's a ferret? Ferrets are graceful too. If you create an association in your dog's mind between mummy and food, you're gonna walk in here one morning to find a heap of linen and chewed on bones with a silly hat perched on top. You try to slip one in this pocket, but the pants are too tight. Jeez, just look at them. Like they're painted on. It's... wow. What were you doing? Yeah, he may look like a fine piece in his linens and his pulsers and his sunrise-looking hat and his tight pants, but does this chump even know what a battery is? Did he ever? No. No, he didn't. That would shake this mummy, Napoleon guy, right out of his busy aesthetic, which would be one way to get past him, but it would make an awful mess. Oh, you never dance with soldiers. They'll just steal your heart away and then leave on a 3-year tour. That's oddly specific. Your heirloom, the only thing you really have of your mom's, you think you'll just throw it down the garbage disposal? Nah, of course not. But geez, you can't shake this weird feeling you have about it today. You hold it tighter. Can I not go over there? Pets will take these treats right out of your hand, or even better, you can throw them right into their mouths. Dirty dishes that have been sitting on for days don't even need to enter the conversation. Dirty dishes and dirty discs. A match made in hell. Right here in your kitchen. You debate whether to comment on the possibility of using battery acid to clean the dishes, or to widely suggest that the rotting food might be giving off some kind of a chemical energy. Neither bit really grabs you, so you just move on. This place is enough of a mess already without sending shards of glass and porcelain everywhere. You're likely to shred your feet to pieces if you try to use this mess as a stage. Alright. Sound you've heard since you entered the kitchen grows louder as you approach. The awful static is like nothing you've ever heard, and you want to go back to not hearing it as soon as possible. You turn the radio off. It's off and it'll stay that way. Your babysitter has just really atrocious taste. You're only 14 and even you can tell this is just really crummy. The radio is clearly, although weirdly, functional. Despite not being plugged in, you might be onto something here. That's the tuner. It's for tuning your radio. Yep, by golly. You've clanked it all the way down to try to stop that awful noise. You crank it a little harder, and oops, you might have broken it. Actually, you're okay with that. You open the battery compartment. Okay, good. If this radio didn't need batteries to make those noises, you'd have to upgrade the Spookitude to business class. Spookitude. To business class Spookitude, sorry. And frankly, you can't afford that. Jackpot. D cells. You can never have too many batteries, and never in too many different sizes either. Time to try everything with the D cells. The battery-powered fax machine had its... Okay, no, that's the same. Actually, maybe I should just assume that it's... Yeah, I'm gonna assume that it's the same all the way around, because they're just the batteries. Alright, I'm out of here. Oh wait, no, wasn't there a door? Alright, let's go check out that door! With the power out, you're going to need some kind of light source before setting foot down this broken neck trap. Alright, well, might as well combine them with random crap. You can't use two batteries of different sizes together. You're playing with fire, or at the very least electricity. Pogs. Batteries neither included nor required. Batteries are for fun toys. Batteries are kind of like pet treats for appliances, or, you guess batteries are more like pet food than pet treats. Appliances enjoy no treats. Theirs is a dull and routine existence, knowing neither apogee or nor perigee. Ugh. Your precious heirloom doesn't run on batteries, though it does seem to have a strange idea, doesn't it? Kind of a delicate spiraling power. Like a seashell warmed by the sun, or a cooling snake on a hot rock. Alright, that's enough. Let's just combine it. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation of resources in your immediate environment. You are on fire! With your flashlight fully functional and in fit fighting form, you feel significantly better equipped to handle most low light environment and also to beat the bejesus out of any of these creeps that get too close. Although that's a last resort, of course. And that's where we're gonna leave off, guys. Next time we'll do stuff with the flashlight, and only stuff with the flashlight, and make even more progress. Baby steps into a better narrative. Bye. Love you all.